Not gonna lie, I'm in a very good mood today. I keep getting complimented by random people, and I feel the positivity I give out. I'm just saying, when you give out positive energy and you manifest positivity, you get positivity. Sure, there will be some people who will spite you for said positivity, but you know what? Nothing wrong with that. Just keep going. Stay in your own lane. So, been a little while since I've done one of these videos, eh? One of these top 10s. I'd say it's at least been a month or two. Well, here's 2 top 10s for you today. This is one of them. And if you read it correctly, this is number 1. And yes, this is my top 10 anime moments. So sit down, grab a nice drink, and enjoy what I have to say to you. Time to roll the intro. So, I've seen a lot of anime, so it's really hard to fit so many of these in one list, you understand? So there's gonna be probably 10 more down the road, but you know how this goes. So, let's start with number 10. And this one, we are going to start with Shikamaru beats Hidan. Now, I'm not sure if any of you guys know what Naruto is, but it's 2024. So, there might be a brief spoiler here. So, Hidan takes someone very close to Shikamaru away from him. And Shikamaru exacts the ultimate revenge on Hidan. And, yeah, it was just so relieving. Especially when Shikamaru just grabs at the lighter and goes and lights this person's cigarette. One of my favorite anime moments right there. Number 9. One of my favorite anime moments that occur in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3. Stardust Crusaders. Once again, there will be mild spoilers here, but I kind of have to at this point in time. In this particular anime moment from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it is when a character finally returns after being missing for a little bit. Who this character is, you wouldn't expect him to do what he does next. And this is one that's quite frequently internet memed. So, the 2 of these characters, I'm not saying their names. I know their names. Don't say I don't know their names. But this character and this character has been missing for a while get together and team fight this enemy stand user. And it gets evil for someone very refined as this person. So that's number 9. Number 8. I'm gonna write a name in my book and eat a potato chip too. Death Note. If you don't know what Death Note is, watch it. It's honestly one of the best animes of all time. It's a GOAT anime. It's very suspenseful, and you have so many plot devices, every time you watch it, even if you're just returning to watch it after a while, it just finds some way to keep you hooked. Whether it's Ryuk's quips, or whether or not Light is just satisfying that urge, whatever urge it has, to watch egotistical power fantasy live out. So, having a chip and eating it too, there's a scene where he is enacting so-called divine justice, and he is eating a potato chip while enacting divine justice. By the way, these are some of my favorite silly anime moments, might I add too. So that is why, for number 7, we are going to go with Jujutsu Kaisen and Todo. Explain to me your type in women. Now, not sure if any of you guys have seen JJK, but the first time Todo asked that question, and you see him just absolutely go ballistic, is a very memorable moment. And it just kind of makes you think of the type of crazy guy that Aoi Todo is. I have a video on Aoi Todo, how he is the ultimate support character. Check it out, it's on my channel. You'll find that many of my favorite anime moments aren't like the stereotypical Luffy goes Gear 5 or Goku goes Ultra Instinct moments. They're just parts of the anime that I just really loved personally. For instance, for number 6, we're going to Bobobo. Now, I've talked about Bobobo before, and if y'all know, I have a deep love for said anime, Bobobo. However, I have a favorite part from Bobobo. There is just, for some reason, yes, this is a thing, and he is a cabbage tank that launches cabbages. At one point, he goes against an enemy equally as insane sounding as this tank. Y'all really need to get on Bobobo. Like, number 5 comes from a very personal scene in an anime. And that scene comes from Bleach. So there might be a spoiler in this one. There's a character named Shunsui Kyoraku. And how he introduces himself to this one character is by having his subordinate rain cherry blossom petals in such a fashion while he pirouettes onto the ground and sits there and offers this dude a drink. And then he asks his subordinate, "Can you stop raining the petals on me?" And she just constantly just keeps throwing more and more and eventually dumps it on top of him and throws it down. That perfectly describes the character of Shunsui Kyoraku from Bleach in a nutshell. That 30 seconds. And that is one reason I love that scene so much. I could tell you my top 10 favorite anime scenes, but can I tell you why kids love the Cinnamon Toast taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Hell no, I don't got kids. But I could tell you that we are now on number 4. So number 4, I have been through some controversially good animes. So what's next? Okay, well, do I have something crazy for you? Spy X Family. And the tennis scene. There's a scene in Spy X Family where the character Yor is playing tennis against this other person, and Yor just goes ballistic. I'd suggest watching Spy X Family. If you are feeling lonely and you want a family, this shows you how dysfunctional a family is and how much you don't really want I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It could be the exact opposite of that joke I just said. Now, number 3 comes from the anime Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z and not Dragon Ball, nor Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Z. And my favorite part from Dragon Ball Z is, major spoiler alert, you probably already know this. This has been out for like way too long now. So if you don't know this, it's on you. So Goku goes against this character, let's call him F, and F launches 2 discs and a hysterical rage at Goku, and he misses Goku by a mile and cuts himself in half. And Goku still gives him a little more power so he could survive a little more. And he tries to hit him again. Yeah, no. You know that Scorpion and the Frog fable? Yeah. So, number 2 is going to floor you. And I'm ready to floor you with this knowledge. Now, what is my second favorite anime scene of all time? Well, this is a scene from the Pokemon anime of all things. I have brought up some crazy scenes from some crazy animes, but I haven't brought up the Pokemon anime like that. So, what is my favorite scene from this Pokemon anime? Well, Brock is running with his trusty frying pan, and he decides to say, I quote, "I want to turn my trusty frying pan into a trusty trying pan." And that is the most deadpan thing I have ever experienced. Now, as I have said before we go to number 1, there's gonna be another one of these videos. And as you can tell, I personally have left out some crazy animes that I have yet to bring up. I have not brought up Baki yet. I have not brought up One Piece yet. I haven't brought up Kengan Ashura or anything else yet. However, what I am going to bring up next is probably not going to shock you. For number 1 in this video, we are going back in time. And we are going to the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. What part of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime specifically? Well, I got something to tell you about one of my favorite scenes of all time from the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. So we are in season 4 for this part, which is a canon filler arc. Waking the Dragons, the Silavori Calco stuff. Well, what do I have to say about that? Well, there is a scene where Kaiba and Yugi already collectively know the information of the person they are up against. And there is an obvious plot twist, and Kaiba acts so freaking surprised. So freaking surprised. And it's not surprising whatsoever. It's a scene where they go into Kaiba's building and they find out that Darts has been buying Kaiba's company from underneath him. Now, that isn't some M. Night Shyamalanian plot twist right there. Well, people, this was a top 10. One of the 2 top 10s I am doing today. This was a long video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I really like doing this stuff. I know you guys really like seeing my beautiful face.